Hey survivors, it's Self-Care Queen and I'm finally back with a brand new video, so make sure you grab a cuppa and you tune in. So I have had some mega huge kind of traumatic life events happen since I last uploaded my video, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it because I feel like when I'm going through the shit, when I'm going through that process, I don't really want to talk to people. I don't really want to be sharing it on social media. I don't want to be creating a video about it because I know I need that time for myself to process it all and to let it all digest. That's just my way of processing things. Other people may like to share it, but with me and how my head responds to things, I need that time to let it kind of marinate, to let it kind of sink in. And then once that has happened, I then like to share it and kind of share the learnings along the way and how I've kind of overcome those events. So the first thing I want to cover today is grief. So I experienced my first kind of form of grief in February. I unfortunately lost my grandma to bile duct cancer. She got diagnosed in October, I think it was, and yeah, she passed away in February. So it was a really short amount of time we kind of had left with her, which I'm kind of pleased about because I didn't want her to suffer anymore. And when she died in February, she was in a really calm state. She was in a really calm place mentally, and she was ready to let go. You could see she was in so much pain. And I think we as a family did want to hang on to her and wanted to have all these other moments with her, but it got to the point where she was just being sick. She was in a hospice in her final days. She was in lots of pain. Her kidneys started to shut down, and it was a really tricky time. My grandma lives up north. Well, she used to live up north. I don't even know how to word it anymore, but she passed away where she lived up north, and she lives, it's so strange. I keep falling back into, oh yeah, she lives, and then I remember, but she lived in Durham, which is near Newcastle, Sunderland, the northeast of England. That's where all of my family are from. Well, everyone on my mum's side. When my grandma got diagnosed in October, we as a family were just so shocked, and even she was shocked because she's very fit and healthy. She used to swim, she used to go to like salsa classes. She was very active and a very positive person and never really got ill. So we were very surprised when she got that diagnosis, and what triggered it was that she was having like digestion problems with her tummy. She had some bloods done, and then it kind of triggered, oh, there's a cancer, there's something cancerous within you. So she had like so many scans, and at first they thought it was like ovarian cancer, and we were kind of like, oh, okay, that's not too bad because at least they can like remove it. But then we found out that it wasn't ovarian cancer and that it was bile duct cancer, a very rare type of cancer, and it was in the last stage. And we were shocked, and we were told that she doesn't really have that long left. The survival rate isn't the best. And yeah, so she got her diagnosis end of September, and then in February she unfortunately passed away in a hospice. It's been really difficult because I didn't know how I was going to respond to that grief, even though I kind of did have time to prepare for it, in terms of we knew she had the cancer and we knew she was dying, but until it actually happened, I guess I was just very unsure and kind of, oh, I'll be fine, I'll be okay, like I know it's coming to the end, like I just need to spend as much time with her as I can and it'll be fine. And then it happened, and yeah, I think I fell into like a state of shock because I just can't really imagine her not in my life. And even now, like talking about her and talking about losing her and thinking that she's actually not even here, she's not on this earth anymore, it does make me quite upset. And it just kind of brings back all of these deep-rooted issues of loss and abandonment and rejection, and it kind of just sticks in that same place in my tummy where that kind of, those feelings kind of manifest. So yeah, that's kind of what happened from like October to February. And yeah, February, she passed away on the 15th of February. But I kind of wanted to talk about how that grief can affect people in so many different ways and how people respond to grief. So my immediate response to my grandma passing away was I felt this kind of shock. It didn't really feel real. I felt very numb. And I didn't really have any words. I didn't know what to say. Leading up to like the week before she died, I actually went up north and I spent, I think it was like a week, just over a week, up there, and I was seeing her at the hospice every day. Me and my mum were going. My mum was giving her like foot massages. I was helping her brush her hair, and it was a really, really nice time to like spend that time with her, even though we knew the end was near. But I felt like that was such an amazing kind of time I had with her. I was so grateful that we as a family, we had that time to see her, to talk to her, to say goodbye. I guess my response to grief and kind of going through that process was quite, I don't know, I think I was quite shocked at how I responded. I didn't feel very shocked that she died because I knew since October I knew she was passing away, and I got to spend lots of time with her, like a week before, like even a few days I think before her death. I think I saw her 2 days before she passed away, so I felt very grateful that I had spent that time with her. But yeah, a few days after I got the news that she passed away, I just threw myself straight back into work and straight back into like what I love doing, and I didn't take that time out to process. And other family members were taking time off work and all of this stuff, and I was like, oh well, I can't because I'm a freelancer and like I just can't do that because I won't get paid and need the money, and I've got this talk already booked in the diary, like I don't want to let that school down, I don't want to. And it became a lot about me not wanting to pause and have that time to grieve. It was me just being busy because if I'm busy I don't have time to think about what's happened. So yeah, that happened in like February, and then I just kept going, and I was getting close to burnout, and I could recognize that, and I did reach out to a few helplines and stuff, and I rang Samaritans, I rang the crisis team, because I'm currently not under any mental health team at the moment. I'm on a waiting list, but yeah, I didn't have anyone directly to speak to in a therapeutic manner about my experiences of grief immediately as it happened. So I kind of just did what I knew that works, which is just throw myself back into work, be busy, be around people, almost forget it happened. And yeah, I thought, oh yeah, I'm dealing with it well. And my mum was like, are you really grieving it? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. But it would hit me in the evenings when I would come home from being out and being busy, doing work, and I would be in bits. I'll be crying, I would be thinking about her, and that feeling of like rejection and abandonment and being alone kind of just encompasses my body, and that's why I didn't take the time to think about it, because I don't like to sit in that feeling, even though I know when that feeling comes I need to ride it out and I need to sit in the shit before I can move on. But I was just like, no, that feeling can wait, it can wait, and I was just trying to push it all away. So that was grief for me. Whilst all of this grief was kind of going on and I was pushing it aside and I was being busy and I was working, I was pretending that I was okay. It was like my grandma passed away, my girlfriend broke up with me, and then one of my like closest friends said that she needs some space away from me, and yeah, everything just kind of built up, and it was like a pressure cooker rising, and I could feel it happening. I knew it was happening. I knew I was close to a relapse. I knew I was close to a burnout, but I just continued pushing. I continued going on, and I just noticed myself becoming really unhealthy in my mindset. So I was feeling suicidal a lot more. I was thinking about acting on my thoughts and my urges, and I wasn't using my skills that I learned in therapy, and just all of these things just started happening, and I alerted my crisis team that I felt like this, and this was maybe beginning of March, I was like, I've just broken up with my girlfriend, my grandma's just passed away, one of my friends said that she needs some space away from me, and it was just all these different things, and I need help. And they basically were like, oh, like, because these issues are like are gonna be quite chronic, ongoing, like we don't have the capacity to work with you at this time. Anybody who knows who have worked with any like crisis teams know that a lot of the time they're not the best people to kind of work with, even though that is a judgment. But I mean, they're not, sometimes they just don't say the things that you want them to say. And at that time, what I wanted them to say was, okay, we can support you and work with you for a bit. And that's what I needed. I felt like I needed holding for a bit. I felt like I needed like just a hug and to kind of some reassurance that everything will be okay. That didn't happen with the crisis team. And then a week later, I just completely just had a breakdown. And I don't really want to go into like how and what I kind of did when I had my breakdown, just because I don't feel that is safe for me to share on this platform, and also to kind of safeguard myself, safeguard you guys, and for my own privacy and stuff like that. I just don't want to share the nuts and bolts of it. But what I will share is that there was a lot of crying and tears involved, and it did involve a trip to A&E, and seeing the mental health liaison team there, and then it was when I was in A&E that I was just sitting there and I thought, what has happened? How have I let this happen to myself? And wow, I didn't actually think I would cry. I don't know why I'm emotional, but I'm just gonna let this flow. So it was when I was in A&E that I was just sitting there and I was thinking, not again. Oh, how am I here again? I failed. I've let people down. I've let myself down. Why have I done this? And it was then where I realised, you know what, I need more help than I'm getting. I feel like I need more support. And it was then when everything hit me, like that grief, the breakdown of the relationship, breakdown of friendship, everything just kind of hit me, and I didn't stop. I just carried on, and that led me into the relapse that I had. So I didn't think I was going to get emotional, but emotions happen. Emotions are good. Emotions are there to tell us something, and to signal something to our brain that something needs to change. So at that point, after I went to A&E, I referred myself to a crisis house in my area. For those who don't know, crisis houses are basically an alternative hospital provision for anybody that is experiencing a mental health crisis or a mental health breakdown. You go there voluntary, you can refer yourself, or your GP can refer you, and the crisis house where I went to was women only. So any woman over the age of 18 who is experiencing a mental health crisis, who lives in the borough, can basically go there following an assessment. So you have to be assessed first. So I went to the assessment, and even at the assessment, in my head I was like, actually, and I've been there twice before, but in this assessment, in my head I was like, yeah, actually maybe I don't even need to be at this assessment. Maybe, and I was in the waiting room, I was like, maybe I should just say that I'm actually okay, and like I don't need to be here, because I've got work tomorrow and I can't let them down. And the other part of my head, it was like, no, you need to be here, like look what happened like 2 days ago, like you really need to be here. So I had the assessment. And also what was going through my head at that time was, what if they say no? What if they say I can't go here? That's another rejection. So yeah, my head was just like, oh, going round and round and round. Had the assessment. They were like, yeah, we do actually think it would benefit you coming here, staying here for like a couple of weeks. So I rang my mum, told her. She was like really supporting of me. And then on the phone to her, I was like, I'm going to think of it about it over the night, because I actually feel okay today. I feel like maybe what happened 2 days ago, like it won't happen again, and I just need to move on. And my mum was like, well, if they're saying that you think you should go there, then, and they're like mental health professionals, then I think you should. And I did end up going in the end. And I was so grateful. I keep saying the word grateful. I think it's because I'm wearing this top. But I was and I am really grateful that I had that space and that time and that supportive environment to explore those feelings. All of the different life events that had happened, I kind of just started unpacking them and realizing that I responded in the way my child self knew how to, and my adult self responded in the best way she knew how to cope with these situations. So yeah, I did a lot of deep thinking in that crisis house, and I feel like without it, like, I don't know what that would have led to. I think it would have probably led to another breakdown. So after I stayed in the crisis house, it was the week that COVID-19 basically erupted in this country and we were put on the strict lockdown procedures. So I was discharged. I was feeling pretty positive, pretty good, pretty like calm, had that supportive environment. I can now go and smash life again. And it was like, bam, lockdown started. And I was like, oh shit, I can't go back into the being busy and going out all the time and meeting friends and going to work, and I can't do that stuff anymore. And at first I felt okay about it because I was like, oh, it's fine, like I can work from home. So I keep saying grateful. You're probably gonna get sick of that word, but I am very grateful that so I'm a freelancer, and I have before lockdown I had one job, and that was 2 days a week, but going into lockdown I've been asked to work on another project, and that's another 2 days a week of work. So in total I'm working 4 days a week, which has been amazing for me and my mental health, because with me I know that routine and structure really works for me and my brain, and without it, that's when my mood dips. And for me to kind of have Zoom meetings and for me to kind of be working from home but still having that accountability of like my manager being like, oh Georgia, have you done this, have you done that, yeah, I don't know what I would have done. I think I would have really struggled, because within this lockdown period I found the weekends and my one day off in the week, which is usually a Tuesday, really difficult, like incredibly difficult, to the point where I start ruminating on my thoughts, and I'm like, oh my god, this is this feeling again, this alone feeling, this empty feeling. I don't know how to cope with it. So yeah, I feel like a routine and structure has really like helped me. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm working 10 till 5, 10 till 6. And that is so great for me because I have to get out of my bed, I have to like, shower, get dressed, all of this stuff. And it really helps. It like literally helps me so much. But when Tuesday comes or when the weekend comes, I'm like, I don't really want to get out of bed today. And for some people that's fine, that's great, you can be in bed all day, watch Netflix. But for me, I have to get up, I have to get ready, I have to eat, I have to get out the house every single day, because if I don't, that's when I start dipping. And even it's been really difficult some weekends, like some Saturdays, for instance, like last Saturday I think it was, like I didn't get out of bed till like 6 p.m. I didn't actually start getting ready till 6, and because I was feeling really, really depressed. But as soon as I went out for a walk, I was like, oh my god, I can start my day. And it was like 7:30 at night, and I was like, okay, maybe not. But yeah, I feel like a routine during this lockdown period has been like so great for my mental health. But again, I am aware that I'm in this kind of, oh, I'm busy, I'm fine mindset. So I'm trying to take the time out to kind of process those emotions before letting them build up again. So I feel like what's really helped me during lockdown, during quarantine, is having a routine. Like, it's been so beneficial for my mental health. Even on the days that I have off, on the weekend, on my Tuesday that I have off, I have to have a plan, I have to have a bit of a structure. So doing a lot of like journaling has helped to kind of process what's been happening. So I bought a really good journal recently. It's by an author called Alexandra L. She's also a poet too. She has like beautiful poetry on Instagram, and yeah, she's got lots of different books. But I ordered her book, her journal. It's called Today I Affirm, and it has so many different journal prompts in it. So I've been doing that. But it has been hard because I live by myself. I mean, I have one other housemate and my landlord lives in. It's really difficult to explain, but basically we are all like distancing from each other because they're in the like vulnerable categories. So I haven't seen them at all. We text when we go into the kitchen, we text when we go down the stairs. Like I don't even know what they look like anymore. So yeah, that's been really difficult for me because I haven't seen anybody, and it has really forced me into a place of me connecting with myself and me sitting with that feeling of fear, abandonment, being alone, feeling scared, sitting with those feelings. Like I no longer can be like, cool, let me phone my friend, okay, cool, let me go out for dinner, like I have to sit with it, and I almost feel trapped, which isn't a great feeling, but I know that in order to process things, you need to sit in that feeling. You can't just push it away, because I learned a month or two ago that once you start pushing it away, it builds up and it bites you on the bum and you relapse. Well, that's what happens for me anyway. So I know I have to sit with these deep feelings. Everybody goes through things for a reason. I'm a great believer of that. Even this COVID-19 stuff, everything is happening is for a reason that we don't yet know. A reason that only the universe or God or whoever you believe in knows. So whenever I have those moments, I have to remember that what I'm going through, this feeling, is for a reason and for a greater purpose. So yeah, it has been really difficult, and I do have a lot of like suicidal thoughts and feelings. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like they haven't gone, but I've just learned the art of sitting with the shit, not popping a pill to kind of make it go away, not self-harming, not doing all of that stuff, because I kind of fell back into that, and I just thought, you know what, like, no, not anymore. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. I was due to start therapy in April, so last month, but that didn't happen because of COVID-19. Thank you. So I like, I'm just really annoyed basically, because I've been on that waiting list for a year, and it's therapy to help with my attachment issues, and they're going to give me therapy for 2 years, and I was like, yes, April's coming, and then they were like, oh, sorry, yeah, we can't offer therapy we can't give anybody any new allocations right now because of coronavirus, but they are offering me telephone support twice a week, which I'm grateful for again. But yeah, it's just been a strange period of me learning how to cope on my own and being okay on my own, and learning that power of that aloneness and having that downtime. So yeah, that's just felt like an explosion onto YouTube. I don't even know how this video is going to turn out, but I just wanted to be honest with you guys in terms of like where I've been, why I haven't been posting. But I also want to give you guys hope that nothing is the same, nothing stays stationary. We are constantly moving, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly growing. We are not bad people. We are constantly becoming versions of ourselves. And through time, through therapy, through having accountability for ourselves, through doing a lot of inner healing work, we can kind of break those kind of strongholds that have been put onto us and those kind of labels. And so this COVID-19 period is just like so tough and difficult for everybody. It's such strange times we're living in. My heart goes out to everybody that is grieving right now, and to anybody that is feeling really alone and really isolated. I just want to kind of let you know that like I'm here for you guys virtually, from a distance, social distancing, and that yeah, it's okay, whatever you're feeling. Like, feelings are so good. Like, whatever you're feeling right now, just let that feeling, just sit with it. Don't try and get rid of it. Don't try and stamp it out. Don't try and throw it away. Like, just sit with it, and just it's really difficult. Just cry your heart out if you need to, if you want to. If you're feeling really happy, like, laugh like to your heart's content. But just, yeah, I'm kind of recognizing that it's the importance of sitting in with our feelings and kind of holding up a mirror to that feeling and being like, okay, suicidal thoughts, what have you got for me today? and knowing that it can sit there and I don't need to act on it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that during this strange time, sitting with our feelings is really important. Also reaching out to our community, our friends, family, GP surgeries, they're all still open. Samaritans, all the crisis teams, reach out if you do need support. But yeah, I just want to kind of touch base with you guys and just kind of let you into my brain, what's been going on. And yeah, I think currently I'm in a stable place with my emotions and my mental health. I'm feeling very hopeful, feeling very grateful. I am noticing habits that I'm not pleased of in terms of like mental health and stuff like that, but I just have to breathe and let go, and know that I am evolving, I'm learning, and that we are not perfect. No one's perfect. I'm sorry, but like whoever said that perfect people exist is just chatting shit, because we all have issues, we all have inner things that we need to heal. And it's just about recognizing that and accepting that, you know what, today might not be your day, but tomorrow maybe. And yeah, I just want to like give you all a big hug. I'm a massive like physical person. I love hugging people. So yeah, I just want to give you all a hug. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Thank you for all your love and support on like my Instagram, stuff like that. And yeah, hopefully I will be making more videos soon. But again, I'm not putting on that pressure of myself. So you'll get a video from me when you get a video from me. At the moment, I'm more active on Instagram. So do check out my Instagram page at Self-Care Queen. I've got a really exciting thing coming out next month, which I can't say, but I'm really excited. So is it next month? Oh gosh, it might even be in 2 months. I hope it's next month because I feel like it's just taking ages. But yeah, it should be coming out next month. So please keep your eyes peeled for then. But yeah, until then, sending you so much love, sending you so much blessing, sending you so much care in a little package, sending it to you through the screen. As always, full disclaimer, I am not a trained therapist or a mental health professional. I use my lived experience of mental health to hopefully educate and inspire others. But if you do need immediate help, please do call 999 or 111 if you are in a mental health emergency or crisis. Alternatively, call Samaritans or text the Shout text line. I've put all that information below in the description box, so please do check it out. And yeah, stay safe, stay strong, and sending you a lot of love. Bye guys.